James E. Hughes, Jr., Family Wealth: Keeping It in the Family, How Family Members and Their Advisors Preserve Human, Intellectual, and Financial Assets for Generations. Welcome to the summary of Family Wealth: Keeping It in the Family by James E. Hughes, Jr. In this book, Hughes addresses the critical issue of wealth preservation and succession within families, emphasizing that a family's actual wealth resides in its human and intellectual capital, with financial capital coming second. The book delves into the problems faced by families where wealth dissolves within 3 generations, the importance of values and attitudes in preserving wealth, and the necessity of creating a social compact and system of governance based on shared values among family members. This summary will guide you through the significant ideas, concepts, and strategies necessary for preserving family wealth across generations.
Succession planning, a crucial responsibility of business executives. A new CEO's most critical responsibility is finding a successor. This is especially crucial in family businesses as they need to thrive over the long term. Succession planning is essential to the long-term viability of any business. The goal of a family business is to enhance the quality of life of family members through mutual success. Just like any corporation, family businesses need to focus on succession planning. Families attempting to preserve their wealth over time must understand that they are in business, and that the goal of their business is mutual prosperity. The adage, "from shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves in just 3 generations," emphasizes that poor governance or bad succession planning can lead to a family's downfall. Even financial success does not make up for poor succession planning. A failure to plan means planning to fail. The cycle of wealth and generations. Wealth is not sustained without spiritual and communal values. Families who fail to recognize intellectual and human capital, and focus solely on financial wealth are doomed to lose it within 3 generations. A system of governance or decision-making that values sound stewardship, promotes cultural values and validates the rare ability to generate wealth is essential for successful wealth preservation. It's critical to set each generation up to become responsible for generating wealth, avoid complacency, and accept that capital moves, and will never be static. Preserving wealth for future generations. Successful wealth preservation for families requires long-term thinking of up to 100 years, with a focus on increasing wealth rather than short-term financial goals. While short-term thinking often leads to risks that could be detrimental in the long run, family businesses have the patience and opportunity to thrive in the long term. Developing human and intellectual capital is crucial for future leaders to sustain wealth. Families often underestimate the time frames needed to preserve wealth successfully. The measure of time for a family seeking wealth preservation should be over the course of generations, short-term meaning 20 years, mid-range projection being 50 years, and long-term being 100 years. Short-term thinking often leads to taking risky actions in order to meet short-term financial goals, and while admirable, it can be counterproductive to the long-term goal of wealth preservation. Long-term thinking is crucial in preserving wealth for future generations, and this is where family businesses have an advantage. Future generations of family leaders are always waiting in the wings, and their goal is for the family business to thrive in the long term. The patience of waiting for long-term benefits opens up investment opportunities that are unavailable to other investors with short-term strategies. This is exemplified by the success of investors like Warren Buffett and Philip Carret, who have demonstrated the value of long-term thinking in investing. Preserving wealth is not only about maintaining it, but also about increasing it. Developing human and intellectual capital is crucial for the future leaders of the family to be able to sustain wealth. Moreover, as people live longer, investing in intellectual capital is desirable, as future generations of family leaders will live longer and have longer periods of productivity before retirement. In conclusion, successful wealth preservation for families requires the patience and foresight of long-term thinking, with a focus on increasing wealth rather than short-term financial goals. Family businesses have the potential to thrive in the long term, and investing in the human and intellectual capital of future generations is crucial for sustainable wealth preservation. The importance of qualitative measures in family wealth management. Families should prioritize qualitative over quantitative measures of success when managing their wealth. Focusing solely on revenue and net worth overlooks the reason for accumulating wealth, the family's quality of life. Assuming that every family member will be a wealth creator is unrealistic and can lead to the family's demise. To ensure a sustainable family business, the focus should be on evaluating the happiness, productivity, and well-being of each family member. Understanding the dynamics between family leaders and followers, as well as providing exit strategies for individual members, are crucial to maintaining a harmonious family balance sheet. By incorporating qualitative measures, families can create a more complete and accurate picture of their wealth, ultimately leading to a better quality of life for everyone involved. Preserving family wealth. Families can struggle to preserve wealth over time, and two key areas where they fall short include understanding the difficulty of wealth preservation and the importance of sharing stories. To preserve wealth, families must create a social compact based on shared values and establish a system of representative governance. The system must be adaptable yet stable, and each generation must reaffirm its commitment to the compact. Crafting a family mission statement. Families who want to improve their financial situation and preserve wealth should have a mission statement. This statement should reflect shared values and be based on answers to thought-provoking questions that can help family members discover common values. However, advisors should caution families against expecting specific outcomes from individual meetings, as each member may have different expectations. Furthermore, families setting long-term financial goals have an advantage as they have time on their side. The family bank is an excellent option for families to grow their wealth while promoting their individual members' intellectual growth and development. Applying proper lending procedures will help keep the bank functioning smoothly. Wealth preservation secrets. Discover timeless strategies for successful wealth preservation. A governance structure founded on shared family values is crucial for maintaining wealth over centuries. Take the Rockefeller family's approach as an example. They gather once a year to discuss issues on a generation-by-generation basis while recognizing every unique concern and importance. A pivotal move made by John D. Rockefeller Sr. was allowing his son to pursue philanthropy instead of family business. This decision set a precedent for encouraging future generations to follow their passion. Today, their success is built on their family's human and intellectual capital. Remember, failing to act timely is detrimental to wealth preservation.
In conclusion, family wealth, keeping it in the family, demonstrates the complex and challenging process of preserving wealth across generations. The key takeaways include the importance of recognizing the wealth in human and intellectual capital, having long-term thinking, and taking a qualitative approach to measuring success. Through the creation of a social compact built on shared values, and with an adaptive governance system, families can ensure that each generation is equipped to preserve and grow the family wealth. By applying these principles, and taking inspiration from successful families like the Rockefellers, you and your family can overcome the challenges of wealth preservation and ensure a lasting legacy.